We are back. I think I'm gonna have to start to get a new tagline with each. And we are back. Welcome back to your scheduled Broskii program. Okay, I'll stop.
Clap on that.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, that was a good one.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
That was a good one.
That may make next season's like highlight reel or something of the sort. And welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Broskii Podcast. I am Marvin, if you don't know.
And I'm Malik.
Yes, and we are brothers. Biologically, like real life, not no like, hey brother, you know, like real life, you know,
some bro shit, you know?
Genetics, right. And all these things. So, and yeah, this is a podcast we've been kind of discovering our journey of ourselves and family and life and as brothers, and we just want to bring you guys on that journey. So, if you are a returning listener, welcome back, my G.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Hope y'all enjoyed the last episode, the music episode. You already know.
Yes. And today's episode is going to be about parties.
Yes, sir.
Parties. Which is something that like none of us have really seen this year, this 2020.
Facts.
I feel like I may have got the last party before, parties stopped here in Toronto.
Yeah, I think the last party I got was probably my birthday.
Yeah.
And then that was like a nice party still.
This
like
December.
Yeah.
What day did we go out for that?
Like my birthday, I think. Like
it was the 29th.
Yeah,
29th, the actual day, yes.
Yeah, the actual day. Went to the club, turned 20, big 20, you know.
2020. See, you jinxed us all, right? You 20-year-olds.
Saying 1999's jinxed it.
1999. I'm telling you, it was, like I said before in the episode, 1999 was the Y2K year when we thought the year was going to end in 2020.
Yeah, lots of conspiracy still. Lots of conspiracy.
There you go. That's, I'm pretty sure we'll find that on the internet. There's some theory to back that
about
up.
Like 1999 bullshit about the kids and like
millennial. Are you a millennial? Are you still a millennial or are you Gen Y? What are you? What are you considered?
I'm Gen nothing. Mind your beeswax. Okay. I'm Gen nothing. Mind beeswax.
The last of the millennials. Right. I'm gonna make that into a novel one day. One of these days. The last of millennials. Written by Steven Spielberg. Okay. So yeah, parties. I remember the last that we went out that night for your birthday. And it was a good time. It was nice. Were you drunk that night?
Of course I was.
Yeah. You were wavy. Yeah, you were
wavy. I was wavy.
Yeah, you were wavy.
Like in the club. This guy was coming up to me, beers. I was like, whew, okay.
Yeah.
And like before that, pre-drink, everything, like, oh my God, I was on a wave still.
Well, I actually, I don't think I ever told you, but I really appreciated that you told me to roll through for your birthday there,
bro,
and to see you turn 20 and now like you're in the club. But like it was another moment, maybe kind of proud. Right? I was like, oh, look at this guy.
Yeah, of course, bro. So I had to invite you, fam. Like you're the bro, and plus like I knew you would have a good time, so I had to.
I did enjoy myself. I did enjoy myself. I mean, I believe at one point though I was like, I'm like, yo, am I the old guy in here? I remember.
No, you had to look at one friend.
No, I knew some. I knew some people, but I felt like where we were, it was definitely like your age demographic and group and your people's. And I remember there's one song that played, and I was like, "Yo, I don't really know this."
You really know this, and we were all probably like singing.
And I think everyone, all you guys do, you're like, "Oh, am I there?"
No, I think I booked you one time. You were standing there like.
Okay, I feel this.
I was doing local body roll in this corner still.
Yeah, oh damn! When you realize you're the old guy at the club, it's okay. Young at heart.
Hush.
Forever young. Yeah, I remember the last party I went to was Soca Fete. It was Soca or Die here in Toronto, which is a big staple party in the Toronto, party scene and Caribbean scene. And was it Soca or Die? Or no, sorry, it was Decal. It was Decal, so Don't Cry Leaving, which is a party that people in Toronto go to when it's right before Trinidad Carnival.
Okay.
Right? So it's like a little send off to Trinidad
Carnival. Okay.
And it was me.
When is that usually?
So the Trinidad Carnival schedule kind of changes this year, but this year was a little bit later. So I think it was like in February or something like that.
February?
So it's like around January when that party happened. And or late December or something like that. And it was just me and one of the mandem that went, right? And we put out the message like, yo, we're going to this party. Who's trying to roll? No really said nothing. So it ended up just being me and him going to the party. And let me tell you. Let me tell you, we had a nice little time.
It was a vibe.
It was a nice little vibe. And it just reminded me of like my earlier fetting years when I first went to fets, and it was just like, you know, like
so were you one of those mans that had to take off the shirt and be like, whoa? was it that intense or like no?
I feel like I became the guy who takes off his shirt in parties in my later years.
Your later years?
Like when I was younger, I'd be like, nah, I ain't do that shit. But now I'm all like, you know, I earned this. I'm taking off my shirt. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm business.
I hear you. It gets hot in there, yo.
It gets hot, especially a fet.
Exactly.
But yeah, we went, and it just reminded me of my kind of earlier fetting days when it was just like you and maybe like a small crew, and you guys were just like, yo, let's go in the crowd. You didn't have the person who was like, no, I don't want to go in the crowd. Like, you know, there's no like people holding you back, right?
Like every man just wanted to do it.
Yeah,
like,
and the fact
no man said no, like, yo, bro, let's go into it. Like,
you know. And I feel that's what happens usually when you're in like your younger partying years with your mandem, and as you kind of grow older, man's, you know, grow egos and grow.
I feel like there's like a how should I say it? Like a scene, like or like maybe like what to do, like what's gonna be happening. Like always all right, we get in, go on the dance floor.
Okay, game plan.
Yeah, game plan. Yeah, go on the dance floor.
Yeah,
drinks.
Okay,
come back on the dance floor. When it reaches 12:30, 1-ish.
Yeah.
Find a shorty.
Find the shorty. Shorty time.
Find the shorty.
So that's what you and that's you and the mandem game plan.
Yeah, that's the mandem game plan. We always fly by through it. We always be like, all right, 1, 2, 3, we in. Yeah, that's what we doing.
I know. I feel like now, like with older youths, older mandem, like there's a little bit of that, but now it's again, like I said, some man's knees aren't as good as they used to be, so they can't be walking around the club as much. Mans are tired because they have two pitney
and ting now.
Kids. So I feel now like guys are like, yo, let's just get a booth. So now
it's more booth now.
Yeah, so it's more booth. Yeah. So man, and it's a way for guys to kind of show off.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that partying with Tasha, like they always be like, yeah, we're getting a booth. I'm like, y'all getting booths? Like I usually just go on the floor. Like y'all getting old now. Like y'all can't stand up for too long.
The knees are getting bad. You know, like the hot girl summers wore off. So
I gotta play that one. Hush to you, ladies. Hush.
But yeah, so I feel like now when you go to a party, that's kind of the game plan. As an older youth, and we didn't get to go to parties, and pretty much every. Like I was saying, Trinidad Carnival got canceled, right? Caravana got canceled. There's so much stuff that got canceled because of this thing. But let me ask you, do you remember like your first club experience, like, or party kind of?
Of course. Went to when I was 16, grade 16, 17 maybe. Went to a Scarborough party, like a local event.
Was it a basement thing?
No, not basement. It was like a rented out space.
Oh, okay.
I think who hosted that one? I think Dem Dogs hosted that.
Oh, Dem Dogs people, yeah.
Dem Dogs hosted that one. Shout out to Dem Dogs. You already know.
Okay. But don't incriminate people. So.
Relax. I know he probably good people.
Yeah, no, Dem Dogs is my youth still.
But I went in there. It was for the first party. It was a nice vibe. Like it was cool. Like. Dem Dog does he has his playlist. So he had the, dance hall, the hip hop.
Okay. So he wasn't DJing at the time? He just had like, he had the aux and the playlist on?
No. He was DJing.
Oh, okay.
He was DJing still. Yeah. He was DJing from time. And I remember him, he's just playing the dance hall, the hip hop, the old school. Like it was a nice vibe, and everyone was just vibing out, winding up,
getting all sweaty.
Exactly. It was fun. It was nasty.
Yeah. Sickos.
remember Shorty, like it was probably like my first ever like wind up.
Okay.
And I was like, okay,
I've been practicing for this.
It's okay. All right, I'm ready.
Yeah.
So went to a first Shorty. Went back. She did the look back, and I remember how people you say if they do the look back, just continue, don't even walk away, just so I just kept my composure, did my thing. Yeah. And she turned around and I was like, okay, start holding the hand. I was like, ooh, okay.
She brought you in closer though.
Brought me in closer. Blood held the hand. I was like,
Yeah, because you know when a girl looks back at you.
Yeah.
and if she moves away from you, I'm sorry, you ugly.
Yeah, you ugly, or your wine up was not.
Yeah, like, either you ugly.
Yeah.
you stink.
You stink. Yeah.
Your wine was whack. And I can't think of any other valid reasons. It's just one of those. So sorry, fellas, if you ever it happens. It happens. It happens to the best of all.
Different reasons.
We've all gotten the walk away, and but it's just part of the game.
It's okay. You know. That's what you always say in your mind. On to the next. On to the next. What?
Stop that toxic masculinity.
Don't kill me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember the first kind of party like I went to outside of like school dances and stuff like that was actually like right before I turned 19. And in Toronto, like in Canada, our for the people, our many international listeners, right? Here in Toronto, Canada, or Canada as a whole, the age is 19 where you can go to parties and drink and all that, right? So we don't have to wait till 21 which is in the States. Denmark, they're probably like 14, but I don't check. Random fact, right? Random life fact, fake news. So yeah, and I remember I had to use one of my friend's ID because I wasn't 19 yet, and I was like maybe 2 weeks before, and the guy's like, "Nah, we're trying to go." Like, so suck it up. I was like, shit. But I was scared. So I'm like, yo, I am not trying to be embarrassed in this lineup when this man's like, this isn't you.
This ain't you.
Who's this? This ain't you. I'm confiscating this and get out my line.
Fuck.
Right? So we like devised a plan where like the man, he would be the first person to go, and then like, because there's like maybe like 8 of us. So I'll be like,
deep.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, let me just be like the 7th guy. So by the time, he'll be like, all black guys look alike or something,
So
and
be like,
hurry up. Come on, hurry up. Yeah, we got some girls to go at the club. Yeah. So I remember that was one of, and I don't even really remember how I enjoyed the time, but I just remember that moment of being like, yo, it's my first
ever,
Yeah. And then afterwards I got into doing photography, as you know, and a lot of that was club photography.
Yeah.
So I have been to many.
A lot of, and I got some questions for you a little later in the episode. So
I have some experiences in this category here. All right. Yeah. So if like we didn't go into quarantine, right, and we weren't on lockdown and all these things, and board in the house and board in the house board, however that song goes. What do you think some of the like top songs would be? Like what do you think the girls would be twerking to, TikToking, why
winding up their waist,
azanto into whatever your musical genre is to get you moving.
Well,
yeah.
First I got Popcorn Twist and Turn. That song recently came.
Oh, okay. That just.
I feel like that's. Twist and turn. I see a little body roll with the ladies with that one.
Yeah, that would have been a nice upper chest vibe. And especially in high I guess Caribbean influence markets, cities like Toronto, London, New York, Miami, where there's a high influx of good Caribbean vibes. I think that song would have slapped in parties and all sorts of parties too. Like
definitely big facts.
Okay. So I got one. So I think Pop Smoke for the Night. What?
And I'm always right. Shoot. And I know how to find.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. We're not singers.
Sorry, we're not
singers. But we try. But yeah, I think that would have been a proper club banger. Like like it wouldn't have been in the 1 a.m. to 1:30 turn up time, but it definitely would have been like
two-ish.
Yeah, kind of just when he wants to change up the vibe a little, slow it down a little bit, get the lady started, and then and drop that. I feel that one.
No, that's a good one still.
I feel that one, and
and it'll definitely work in like Toronto-based like clubs, like
100%,
like everything, like
every club on College Street here in Toronto, the hipster, or Queen Street West.
Yep.
Yeah, facts. I swear you would have been one of those guys.
To be honest, I've experienced some of those clubs. I experienced some clubs.
You would have been the
DT,
College Street hipster, type
shout
of
to
vibe.
Dirty Gracies. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all know.
Yeah, Gracie O'Malley.
Gracie O'Malley.
Oh man, that place still exists.
It's still popping on Thursdays, yo.
Oh my goodness! Shout out to them. Shout out to their promotion team. I don't know what they're doing there.
$15 pitches, yo.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Get you with the cheap drinks.
Exactly.
What's another song that you
song?
think would have been a slapper?
I feel like Fabio Foreign, Weddy.
Okay.
Hey, she was a Weddy.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Yeah. Yeah. That one. Yeah. 100%. Oh, that would have been within the prime time party hour, or, segment between 1 a.m. and 2.
Facts.
That you drop that in most parties in Toronto. Maybe not, the top 40 ones.
Nah.
The top 40 ones.
Top 40 ones. They ain't playing that shit.
They'll get scared.
Yeah.
Like, and be like,
they're like, ooh, should I play this? Should I judge this?
Oh my gosh.
That's a scarce one. Yeah, they dropped that one still.
But yeah, no, that one would have bumped in and been a banger.
Yeah.
What other songs? I think Future.
Mm-hmm.
High Tech.
How's that one go?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that album, Future album, like.
Oh, you fucked with it.
It was
heavy.
Yeah, it was
a nice. Yeah,
it was a good album.
Yeah.
But then again, like I feel like.
What would you rate it? The
Future album out of 10?
Yeah, out of 10. What would you rate it?
I think 7 came to mind.
7? Yeah.
I think 7 came to mind.
I was thinking 8.
8, yeah.
Good 8.
I'll probably have to listen to it again, over.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely a solid, 6-7 songs that got diversely put into certain playlists that I was building
for like the ladies, for the toxic masculinity.
So I started a playlist on Spotify called Toxic.
Oh my god. No sir.
No, so you don't rate it. I'm gonna
since you don't rate my toxic masculinity, I'm not rating it.
Okay, all right, okay, cool. All right, yes. All right, don't rate my toxic masculinity here.
This guy has a playlist. I don't have that. So I don't have that.
So I started a playlist because I feel you inspired me though. I think we were talking about it, and or I was talking about with Shanice, my girl. I'm probably not the best playlist to make after that. But yeah, we're talking about playlists, and I decided to like build my playlist more, right? Like I'm very proud of my playlist making, my playlist game, right? So I started a playlist called Toxic, and it's gonna be I gotta put pigeons on there.
Man said pigeons and roses. That's
no. Like, you remember the no scrubs?
Oh,
no,
the song?
I don't want
by
no
TLC.
scrub. Yeah.
By TLC, yeah.
And have you ever heard the counteraction to it? No pigeons.
I never heard the counteraction. That's a throwback.
That may
be a throwback.
Oh yeah,
I never heard that.
Is. I'm gonna play that for you.
Okay.
So that is. Oh, see, look at that. The generational thing, right?
There you go.
So when back in my day, right, when No Scrubs was popping, right, all the girls were like. They were singing that in your face. Like they were singing it to your soul. That was like their first.
They were like,
yeah,
all up in
I don't want no scrub. All your mom was in your face. Like I'm like, Mom, I'm your son. Like, I'm 10. I can't be a scrub, right? And then so there's these guys, Sporty Thieves, I think was their name, and they made a song, No Pigeons. And it was basically the counteraction
for the No Scrubs.
And then after a while, like when the counteraction came, so the rebuttal for those who don't know dancehall vernacular, you'd have the girls like, no, I don't want no scrub, and then the DJ would be like, I don't want no pigeons,
and then all the girls would be like, what?
I believe a man probably went home by himself. He sung the no pigeons thing too aggressively.
You gotta sing that under your chest though. You gotta sing that one under your chest so you don't get booked.
Right? So I have another song. I think Go Crazy, Chris Brown. Featuring Young Thing.
Crazy.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, that song that's a bang.
Yeah, it's a hit already, right? And there was no clubs for people to go in. So just I feel like that shows it's a true testament. Like it would have been
a proper like
it's playing in every club.
Every club.
Top 40s.
I could already It's already on the radio. It would have been playing in the club.
It would have been in the club where, you know, the girls to bother DJ. Can you play that new Chris Brown? Can you play that Go Crazy? Oh my God, can you play it, please?
Please.
Oh my God.
I've been waiting for that song forever.
Oh my God. Lauren, come to play it.
No, sir. Don't kill me. I think, so for the last track, I feel like 42 Doug and Lil Baby, We Paid.
Oh, I don't. Is that new? How new is that?
It came on his deluxe album. It's kind of new.
Okay, okay.
That's the I grow broke like Jack. Fuck with your dog like
no, talking about. But play. We'll play.
It's a big tune.
Okay, well, I'm gonna play No Pigeons. You can play that one for me. Maybe I forget. It doesn't necessarily ring a bell, but oh, you know what song would be bumping right now? WAP.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. The and or Stallion. Okay.
Wow, why you gotta do that pun right there? And I said the Stallion.
No, the and or Stallion.
Oh, I'm putting some respect. You know how they be calling her
a dude?
Yeah, a dude. So you know,
get out of here.
Yeah, like, come on now.
Get out of here.
She ain't a dude. Come on now.
She definitely ain't a dude. Right? And like, I
feel like they're only saying that just because like she's like tall. Like
she's tall.
Yeah,
right.
Like,
but them tall shorties.
Yo, she's a tall shorty. I will admit.
Yeah, like you're a taller youth. So exactly. I'm telling it's
that's a shorty.
It's hard out. It's hard out here for these tall shorties, eh? So.
That's a tall shorty I'll go for still.
Yeah, you better clean up in that realm. But yeah, I mean that definitely would have been a banger in the club. Again, it's a ladies anthem,
of course,
right?
I see the twerking already. You see everything. Probably some local handstands. You know, the splits and everything on the dance floor. Still,
there's definitely be some ladies who lit some vigils and candles to not being able to twerk this summer. Like they probably all, there's some of them that had, you know, a small prayer to not being able to twerk this summer. It's okay. 2021 is the twerk year. Facts. Everyone and everything is getting twerked out.
Like y'all got a summer banger for y'all.
Yeah,
they came out with a summer banger.
But do you see like do you see like the controversy that's been going on about it?
I see about a lot about it.
So this is the thing that I see with the controversy about is like a lot of especially guys and even women like and guys predominantly that will be like this is so vulgar and distasteful and I wouldn't want my daughter and blah 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 to listen to it because it sets a bad example for women and and I'm just like shut up. Bro, like no, okay.
You go.
I'm gonna say shut up because I'm starting to be like a firm advocator of keep that same energy, right? So if the dude's out there saying this and that about examples for this, like look at the male counterparts and the hip hop. Like let's be honest and straight here. Are these positive lyrics and things for the young black youth and whatnot? Like, nah. So if you're not complaining, then shut the fuck up when the ladies now are doing pretty much the equivalent, right? Facts. And like, so that's just my take on it. And go ahead. Now you can give me your little 1-2. What's going on? Talk to me.
It's like you said, keep that same energy. Cause I know when Cardi B was coming out, this and that, I bet y'all weren't complaining about, y'all were saying, oh, this is fire, this is lit. But since it's 2020, y'all want to be fake woke and vulgar and things and this.
Oh, and the cancel culture.
Like part of cancel culture. Like, bro, stop being a follow botty, bro. Like, I know you were bumping Cardi B. What's that song? Barty with Cardi or whatever. Yeah. I don't know, but I know y'all
her first single. They're loving it.
Yeah, they were loving it. So don't switch up. Like,
and I feel like if Cardi B is like your child's role model, that is where you went wrong.
Yeah, that's where you went wrong. Like, that's where you need to talk to your daughters.
Yeah, that's where you went wrong. And no hate on Cardi and the hustle. I respect. Yeah. The come up she went from kind of nothing to something big, right? To be one of the biggest acts and the most recognizable acts. But like, I mean, like, yeah, let's just be right here and honest with ourselves. So
and like, just don't let your kids watch it. The parents have the control, no? Because they be like, oh, this is too vulgar for the kids, and so y'all have the control to take away their thing. So do it.
I mean, yeah.
Why y'all complaining? Yeah. Y'all have the power, so they don't have to watch it.
The kids are sneaky, but
they are sneaky though. Some kids are sneaky still. Some kids be sneaky, but Just try.
Just try. Like,
just try.
Be honest with yourself
Exactly.
before you start to holler at the world and try and police the world. Police yourself. How about that? Cancel yourself.
Cancel yourself.
How about that? What was that girl? Oh, I didn't want to give her no ratings.
Which one?
The one that was on Dr. Phil. Don't say the line. I didn't want to give her any ratings. hate that dumb girl.
Bad.
I hate that dummy. I hate that
she
dummy.
She kind of went wrong.
She's whack.
Something went wrong.
She's so whack. I guess we are on to a next segment now. Where are we right now? We've been cooking.
Man, cooking up.
Yeah, I'm a little hot too. Right? So, in true form today, guys, you guys would have been proud of us today.
Facts.
Because we were so organized. We didn't give them the briefing earlier, but we'll give the briefing now. Yeah, we're so organized today, and I was happy to announce I didn't have to kill any like insects, except for one.
Except for one. There's a big ass hornet just flying around in the garage. We're like, ooh.
But
it wasn't bad though. Like it wasn't like a local fly where it's just all over the place and like.
My gosh,
bro,
don't worry. The behind the scenes of when we start.
Broskii's coming soon. You'll see the struggle like
these struggles.
And you're saying like it's like a. It's a tradition.
It's like a tradition now.
It's a tradition now.
Some sort of insect has to be in here before we start shooting out, and I have to like jog and be like crocodile insect hunter and like beat up to you.
That's Tiger King out
Oh my
here.
gosh,
Insects,
I'm tired. So I guess we're going into our next section, which is the history of the Toronto party scene. I can't really speak much on any other cities because pretty much grew up here in Toronto. And Toronto's home, right? So like I was saying earlier, like I have been in the Toronto party scene for a while
now, yeah.
Because I do photography, and one of the first things I got into was taking pictures at different parties in Toronto, and some regular night parties, but I guess developed a relationship with different promoters who'd have their one-off parties where they'll rent a venue and promote the night in whatever theme they have, and they would hire me as their photographer. So I've seen so many different parties in Toronto, so many different party scenes, so many types of parties. It's just kind of crazy to think back, like
damn, I've been through a lot. Through the party
with the whole party scene. There's been so many good parties. I guess even like the club district, right? Because there used to be a club district downtown. There's not really no more. It's kind of spread out.
Out now,
But Richmond Street was like
a club next door to next door to next door,
next. And Richmond Street was a vibe. And now to go down there and it's just like condos. Yeah. And I remember there's this one club. It was called Home Nightclub, which was at the corner of I think Richmond and Peter. And right now it's like a condo. It's actually quite nice.
It's nice now.
It's beautiful, but like it was, and the thing with Toronto, and most clubs, right? Once something happens or they want to reinvent, they'll kind of do a little renovation and change the name. So I remember it as Home. It's had a couple other names. People who are in the scene will probably remember, and that was like a Saturday night spot.
Just to go like and like how much would you pay like just to go in like $10 like 15?
Yeah, the prices have definitely gone up too. But I think
back then was
maybe like 10, maybe like 10, 15, maybe 20 if it was like
for my time, because Jesus,
say now the parties are expensive.
Expensive.
Inflation
30 plus.
Yeah, definitely for special events,
right?
Whew, promoter game. Yeah, and I remember Government was another place. Government, you probably never went to Government, but you probably heard of Government.
I heard of it.
Yeah, and Government was like the mega club of Toronto that had maybe like a 6,000 capacity with all different rooms, and they had this like big main room, and that's
so something like Luxie's.
No, bigger than Luxie's. So Rebel. So on the scale of that,
that's
right?
huge.
So and maybe even bigger than Rebel. Damn. I'm thinking about like because I remember the Soak in Cool House. There's this next section called Cool House, and that's where they would have all the concerts, like the big fetes and stuff like that. And it was a big space, and that was just only one. Right. Damn. I remember there's this other part of it called Orange Room, and Orange Room was kind of like where they would have like the kind of hoodish parties on a Saturday. And I remember those times was like when I guess me and the man them would adapt adapt that same kind of strategy when you go to the club.
Game plan. Yeah.
All right, so we're in here.
We're in here.
All
now.
right, we would kind of go grab a drink first.
Grab a drink. Yep.
So we can kind of just kind of muss out, scope the scene, and be like, all right, okay, dance floor time, let's go,
time, yeah.
Right? Work up a little sweat, work up a little sweat, and then go back to the bar again and buy the next little drink, and then from there it's seen, if you're.
So would you be like to your boys like, I think I got this one still, or be like this one,
No, yeah, exactly.
Like,
so basically those first sweat workup that you did, that then you would kind of go and water your seeds that you just planted.
Okay. I got you.
If you get my metaphors there, right?
I got you.
And then hopefully by the end of the night you grew a beautiful rose bush. Right? Exactly. And then you had your summertime shorty or something, whatever, right? There's so many and even certain parties that happened, I remember, that were kind of quintessential to like Toronto's party scene. I remember there's one Forever Young, right? Which was which happened at government and on those times. And I remember that party started off at this like venue, which was like maybe 200 people. And it went to the main room of government, which was like maybe like 1,200 people. And like, it was a thing. Like everyone was like, yo, did you go to Forever Young? Like there was like that party, right? What other part? There's a party called Day and Night, which was like when I think maybe I was around maybe like 26. So, and the crowd changed. Because I feel like the crowd that you start off with like at 19, maybe about 20, 23, definitely 26, and like and when you're 30 plus, you see the crowd.
You see the crowd will change.
You see the behavior.
Because I see you always be commenting like, yo, why so much people on their phones now? Like, I should be on the dance floor dancing guy. Like, that's the generations, bro. Yeah. They always have to catch a snap every 10 minutes. 10 minutes they have to catch a snap. They're just like, I'm just like, bro.
Yo, dog, are you here to party? Are you here to show people that you're at a party, not enjoying yourself? Like, oh my gosh, I definitely, because as a like, I guess, club photographer, right? I've seen like before, like everyone, the Instagrams and all these like Snapchats and stuff came in, to see like now everyone's like, yeah, I'm turning up, oh my god, and then they put down their phone and they just sit there looking miserable. Yeah, like why are you here? Go home.
Like, go home, bro. Like you actually came here to document the party.
Yeah, like,
come on now.
Why are you here?
Come on now.
And even like different scenes like I've been in, because I did like a lot of hip hop parties, but also like dance hall, right? Like I've taken pictures at my fair share of dance hall events. I remember this one, LG was one that's been going on in Toronto for 10 plus years, right? Like there's like, I think Soca or Die, which is a big party, has been
now for time.
Like probably 15 years, maybe even more. Like I could be wrong. Like these
okay.
Yeah, these are events that
we're big up and ting. But I have some questions for you, since we're talking about, we're just going back into histories and about the party scene. So, was there any time that you felt people are asking for like too much pictures? Like you're just like you're trying to vibe up a bit, and then after that one person be like, you take a picture of, and you're like, okay, cool, cool, and then be like, you can take another one, and then they keep nagging and nagging, like, bro, I took so much, bro. Like you'll see it on the website, like or my page, like nice that.
Get off of it. Definitely. And I feel like no matter even the age demographic, there was always that one person. Actually, no. I feel like maybe now, like the younger shorties are maybe a little bit shyer about like the cameraman taking their photo. Because they want to like make sure they have their perfect angle and it's
perfect lighting,
and they're sticking out their bum a certain way, like they do on Instagram,
and their foot has to be cocked up.
Yeah, the little
twist,
the little broken foot thing that twist. They do.
No sir.
But shout out to all my ladies there. You guys look good, same way. I like it.
Good up.
Except for those ladies. No, I'm joking. But yeah, so they'll be a little bit more cautious like that. But there's always one or two. It's usually ladies, right? Yeah. Like that. Can you take another one? Oh, that's nice. Oh, can you take one more? Oh, like this. Ew,
I like my foot, but I don't like my face.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, can you delete that one? I'll delete it. Are you sure? Oh, okay, I just deleted it. Okay, go back a couple. It's not there.
Bro,
Yeah. There's been a few times, doing the club photography thing where I've just been like, yo, why did I even come over here? And then I'll like try to avoid them the whole night. Like if I see them look at me, I'll just turn the other way because I don't want to be over there taking pictures of you for the next like 15 minutes.
15 minutes, bro.
Like you didn't hire me here, okay? You're not paying my bill tonight, lady. All right,
get out the way. So how was it back then when there was like the basement parties? Because I feel like in this generation, basement party hasn't like kind of changed from what I've went to. Yeah. Because I know probably back then there was a lot of winding up, all of that and things. So how's it like back then? Like the
basement vibe.
Basement vibe parties.
I think that the basement vibes was like a quintessential rite of passage, like in your adolescence or whatever young adulthood, or late teens or whatever those years are. Okay, someone correct me in the comments or something, whatever. But yeah, it was like just a hot, sweaty mess of hormones. If I could put it into the most lamest terms, right?
I know what you mean. So it was hot, sweaty.
Yeah, it was
lots of things were going on.
Yeah, and basically it was just a vibe. Like you usually knew, like, I know a majority of the people there, and the girls like came to just dance and just like not really watch any face like that. I came here to just have a good time
and just vibe out.
Like if you were the person who had the basement jam and your walls were white, I feel sorry for you, because by the end of it, there's gonna be like blue marks on the wall from man's holding the wall and a shorty winding on him, and your jeans just rub off on the wall. You'll see along
that bad.
I'm telling you, you would see the perimeter of the wall. There'll just be a blue mark, black, blue mark, nothing. Yikes. Like
it got sweaty.
It got sweaty.
Yikes.
It was really sweaty in there, and like and you were even more effed up if you were the host of that party. If you had if you had a furnace that was low, if you had a low furnace, because when the reggae was bumping, people are like they were beating on your furnace. Like you'd have to call the duct, the duct cleaning that people. You'd have to call that thing. You'd have to call the duct cleaning scammer people.
Don't kill me.
Yeah, it was definitely.
So it got mush up in there. Huh?
Yeah, it was a good era. Like one that could probably not happen anymore. But so it goes.
And for the last question, what was the first ever party you like pictures you took at a party? Like what was the first ever one and how was it?
I think the first ever the one that pops into mind was a boat cruise. I think one of my friends was having, it was like an all white thing, and I actually found those pictures the other day. Because I've lost. Nothing hurts a photographer more when your hard drive crashes.
Oh yeah, you do. I remember you experiencing some hard drive crashes.
Yes.
Like yikes.
I feel like I've gone through two, but I've got some recovered. But there's one, it was non-recoverable.
Yeah, it was done,
and it had a good bulk of my photos, and like it's kind of crazy to see. Like I've literally captured, I think, an era of Toronto. Right.
I read that. You captured every scene.
Yeah, every scene, and even people now that I still know, or people that I kind of because some people come to your life as acquaintances or whatnot, and then you just kind of, they just out of sight, out of mind, and and sad to say, you just kind of like forget of their existence in a sense. But as soon as you see them, like, oh yo, what happened to her? Like, holy shit, where'd this guy go?
Right?
Yeah, and
I see that man. Like, where'd he go? Like,
and so I remember looking at some of these pictures. And having those memories, like, yo, I remember her. Yo, what happened to her? Like, oh, okay, she had a youth. Okay, yo, what happened to that guy? Okay, oh, he went to jail. Oh, okay.
Damn, that sucks.
or oh, he lives over in Vancouver now, or something. Some happier stories, right? Right. So it's crazy to see, and that boat cruise was the first one, and the pictures were all right. Like I look back.
You look back and you're like, ooh, I could have done a little.
Yeah, I definitely look back at some of my old pictures. I was like, oh, that's definitely out of focus. Right? Why did I let that slide?
Don't kill me.
But yeah, it's
live and you learn.
Yeah, so it go, so it go.
True that.
Yeah. So I guess since we went on a little brief history of my Toronto parties and things like that, how about we play that? Do you remember the time? How will we play that? Hey, do you remember the time? So I guess for the our new international listeners, right?
Because shout out to y'all.
We're full of it. Yeah. So do you remember the time? So basically, we just kind of take a walk down memory lane where I tell a story or Malik tells a story from the past, and it could intertwine with us, and I guess just being such a large age gap between us, how I remember the story may be different from how he remembers the story. So just to see, how accurate our memories are, and yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll start off first.
this guy is so foolish. He's too eager to start off. All right, go on. Do your thing. Do your thing.
Embarrassing moment for me, but I don't even care because whatever.
Okay.
Do you remember the time we went to the fat party?
Okay.
I fell on the shorty. Do you remember, how did that story go for you? Because I remember. Okay. I remember my knees cocking up on me because, so I was winding up on the shorty, right? So, and I seen her. I was like, okay. She was going a little low, and I'm a tall dude, and my knees, kind of.
How tall are you?
6'3".
6'3". Yes.
6'3".
Yeah.
So I'm a pretty tall dude, and my knees can't really bend for too long. So I was like, okay, let me try a little thing. Let me try it. She was low. She was really low, winding up herself. So I went in. She started off a little midway. Then she got a little shorter. So I was like, okay, all right. And then bend a little bit.
Elevator's going down.
Now let's go down. So I was like, okay, it's going way too low. Okay. Going low. Okay, she going down now. So I was like, fuck. And then after
timber.
And then after it was like, ooh, legs are giving out. She went into the
little downward dog
position, and then
she did yoga.
She did some yoga position. I was like, and I did wanna. I think I tried to move my hand, and then I kind of slipped my feet because the floor was slippery too. I can't even that floor was slippery.
There was a lot of things going wrong. Yeah,
it was everything was wrong. The floor was slippery. My knees were cocking up, and then after
cocking up or giving out.
Giving out. Sorry,
okay.
Giving out. Sorry, giving out.
Pause.
My fault. Pause. No sir. My fault. No sir. Pause on that. But yeah, they gave out. The floor is slippery, and then once I moved my hand, I just instantly slipped. Yeah, landed on her, and I was like, "Ooh." Yeah, I definitely got up, walked away. I said, "My bad." Walked away.
After you gave her a concussion,
right? I gave her a nice concussion. So I was like, "My bad." Still,
it's funny you should mention this story because that was my. Do you remember that time? That is exactly what I wrote. I knew it, yeah. So I will give, I guess, fill in the blanks of my perspective of this event here. Okay. So it was a little party that I knew was happening at I think it was Twilight or something like that. A little place in Scarborough. All my Scarborough people in Toronto, you should know where it is.
It's also some decent food too.
Yeah. So good pepper shrimp and everything. So I'm like, yo, you want to go to this party? He's like, yeah, whatever. And this is when we first start to go to parties together a little bit more frequently and whatnot. And it was actually these girls. I kind of knew them, right? And this girl, she was probably like 5'3".
Yeah. She was pretty short.
She was pretty short. So this guy's like 6'3", and this girl is like probably like 5'3", right? And when girls kind of whine, they'll bend over. They'll make themselves even a little shorter. So I don't know if I encourage you to go dance or no, I think you just took the initiative.
No, I just took the initiative. Yeah. I just took the initiative.
So I was there just kind of like dancing kind of by myself, right? And then I think this guy that I knew was there or something like that. I remember I knew a few people there. Yeah. So I look to my right and I'm like, oh, okay, is that Malik there? I'm like, okay, all right, okay, I see you, playboy, I see you. And then I remember at one point I was like, yo, she's kind of short though. Yeah, I felt nice that you're bubbling the thing, but I was like, oh,
she's kind of short.
She's a little short. She's a little short though. I was like, okay, we'll see how this plays out. Yeah. And so she started to get into the song a little more, and then this guy, when have you ever seen like an Olympic limboer?
Okay.
Right?
Oh no!
And you see how they have to kind of turn their knees in?
Their knees, yeah. Oh no!
to get that proper limbo stance. I saw this guy start to get that little limbo stance to get underneath to try and keep up with the wide hair. And I was like, whoa.
He's going in.
I mean, he's going down, but I don't think he's gonna make it back up.
Make it back up. Yeah.
I saw that, and then The floor definitely, it was slippery.
Yeah,
I will say
it was
that.
so slippery, bro. Like I was like, bro, I'm definitely gonna slip.
It was slippery, and this guy slipped, and I think he had his hand on her back or something, and then when he slipped, his hand went forward and literally like palmed the back of the girl's head and shoved it into the ground, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Bro, I got up and I was like,
is she alive? I thought,
honestly said, I was like, my bad.
Yeah,
I looked at her, I said, my bad. She's like, it's okay. I walked away.
I'm proud of her because I know she probably suffered a concussion.
No, she probably suffered something still like that.
I remember she got up, kind of did one of these, shook her head, and then went and sat down. She took a time out because, it was definitely just like an accident, right?
Yeah, it was an accident.
Like it wasn't meant to be, but I was like,
you're like, fuck.
I was like, ouch.
No,
ouch. This guy. I was like, oh my gosh.
My god.
Oh, poor her. But yeah,
my fault though.
You know what? I saw actually I think I have her on Instagram or something like that. I should like just send her a funny message one time. Yo, do you remember that time when my brother like almost killed you? She probably, yes, I remember. How's he doing now? Oh, he tall though. Like, so like the other one. Okay, so I remember the time. So I did this one a little differently. I'll say this. Do you remember the time I came home drunk?
Bro.
Okay, so
I remember I remember one time you came in drunk and I was scared for my life.
All right, okay. Before you tell the story. Before you tell the story, all right. So I said this because I knew that I remember there's a couple times.
There was a couple of times,
but I probably don't remember that the way you like
Okay,
it. So
okay.
if time allows, I'll tell by it the time I came home drunk. But what time do you remember when I came home?
I don't know. There was a couple of times.
A little wavy. Oh, couple of
There's a couple of times you came in.
Okay, what's that time?
Remember one time.
Yeah.
Me and Tash were chilling in the basement. I think we were just watching some movies.
Yeah.
We're chilling, we're vibing up.
Yeah.
And we heard the door open. We're like, oh shoot, Marvin's home. Coming back from late party, whatever. And then this guy, we hear a little chuckling when you coming down the street. We hear a little. We're like, oh, true, okay, he's coming downstairs.
He's coming in hot.
And then after that, we look at this guy. You're like, yo, what's good? What's up? This guy does not say anything, and he does and just flops on the ground. You just flop on the ground. We look at you. We're just like,
is he okay?
We look at this man like, I look at Tash. I'm like, is he alive?
Yeah.
Like, is he good? Like, right? We're poking him like, yo, you blessed? You're like, you're like, ooh. So I think what we did was I was like, yo, come on, yo, get up, come sleep, because I don't know. I think you may have been sleeping on the couch maybe that time.
Yeah.
Or you had the bedroom, but I think we took you upstairs.
Yeah.
And I think that time that was my bedroom.
Yeah.
And I don't think I was supposed to be allowed to sleep in the basement that time.
Yeah.
So I had to sleep with you. And then I was just like, this guy was just giving me some demon eyes and just eyes rolled over, and I was just like,
oh, that's what happened.
Yeah, like
I was.
You were gone, bro. You were gone. Like, bro,
I definitely don't remember this time.
No, this was like a while. Like I was young.
Okay.
Like I was super young. So I was like 5 or maybe 6. Like, but I remember it clearly because I ran to mom's room still.
That's traumatic.
It was traumatic, bro. I couldn't sleep. I was looking at this man's eyes the whole time. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to mom's room still and sleep in there still. Cause
this is the first time I ever heard this story.
Because I was just like, you're just giving me demon eyes. I do not trust you right now. So I'm gonna just go in mom's room and sleep still.
Oh, that is hilarious. Okay, well, yeah. Well, clearly I don't remember that time. But that must have been a time. Maybe that was like a birthday night and my friends like probably just
something. It was something, yo.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good reason to ask that question. Yeah. So I guess there's definitely been a few times when as a young adults, when you're kind of learning your tolerance and what you can handle, and you have to learn the hard way sometimes. Oh yeah, right. Pause.
This generation, we still learning our tolerance.
Yeah, it's everyone goes through it, right? If you choose to indulge in alcohol, and when you do, you should, being the older guy, you should indulge in it responsibly, folks, and
learn your limits. Learn your limits.
Play with it. But yeah, and I remember one time. Actually, I remember 2 times. I remember one time when I learned that you should not throw up out of a moving car. Yeah, and I remember being on the DVP.
Yeah.
And my friend was driving, and I think I was in the front seat, right? And I had to throw up so bad, right? And it was wintertime, and I think we had like the windows open, like just to get a breeze or whatever.
Thing, yeah.
And I just decided to throw up, like lean outside of the car to vomit while we're going, like, you know.
The man didn't even say, "Yo, stop the car."
Yeah,
I'm just gonna yak.
I just said, "Yo, I'm just," and
I'm
then
yakking.
And then, you know, and I guess with velocity and all these things, trajectory, I threw up, but then it like
saying it hit you back in the
no, it didn't hit me.
Oh,
so I threw up, and the wind took it, and my boy who was in the back seat, I think he got like some like vomit speckles. And it was dirty, like, and I think it went on my boy's car.
No sir.
And he told me he had to like go out the next day to like wash it off with hot water because it froze. Because
it was so cold.
It was winter time.
Don't kill me.
Yeah,
That's
so
disgusting.
it was
oh my
definitely
God.
gross. I was not proud of myself in that story. But,
probably looked at you, but like, my bad. Stuff.
Yeah, I know. I think,
or you didn't even know. You're just like,
yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was just too
drunk.
Yeah, and again, probably birthday, because you know, friends and just everyone always tries to get you messed up on your birthday.
Of course,
like
every time, bro.
And I feel like no matter how old you get, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They'll try to mess you up.
Yeah,
they'll definitely try to mess you up.
Always try to, like I tried to fuck you up. I can't lie.
You definitely try to fuck me up on my birthday because I'm just like, hi, I know this man's probably gonna be like beer, shot, drink. I'm like, I'm gonna be prepared still. Let me be prepared.
Yeah, you tried it. Oh man.
Okay.
So I guess we're almost. Oh shit! This episode went fly by quick, right?
Got one more. You remember the time?
Okay.
Do you remember the time when I think? Oh, actually, it kind of tied into the whole.
Which one?
The one we were just talking about. It kind of tied into that.
Oh, okay.
Like, I can't lie. Like, I was gonna see if you remember the time where you came in and thing like that. Oh, actually, do you remember the time? There's actually another sequence when this guy is just drunk and take like. I
feel like we're over those. No, we're down. No, we're
no.
We're getting to the end of the episode here. Let's not rob the people of the content here. And I feel they've heard enough of
you
my.
You don't want to feel embarrassed no more. It's okay. I understand. You don't want to feel embarrassed no more. I understand.
My drunken blunders. Okay, let's look forward. Why should we dwell in the past?
Okay, my fault.
Let's look forward to the future. Okay. All right.
Okay.
And let's look forward to the future when we can go back to parties and when we can go back to, you know, the ratchetry and the good times and the memories. Because at the end of the day, you know, I feel people always like to kind of shit on parties and make it sound like it, you know, it's evil and all that stuff. And, but honestly, like, look, this, when you think about it, like, look how much you've celebrated. Like these parties are to celebrate milestones. Like big events, right? Yeah, so even if it's not a club, like, you know, a birthday party, like that's still a party. Yeah, like exactly. You know, concerts,
like a get together, even like just a small get together could turn into a party. Still,
yeah, and even concerts, these like gatherings, things,
parties,
art, like, you know, we're living in art, the expression of art, because music is an art form, like concert, like it's all art forms. So it's our way to connect to those art forms, and we've been missing that, right? So when we get back to that. Are there any parties? Are there any events? Are there any fetes? Are there any countries? Are there any things that you are looking forward to when we can go back to parties?
Yes. Honestly, I'm definitely looking forward to. I was supposed to go this year, but Juve June. That was the number one thing I really wanted to go to.
Yes.
Because I wanted to experience the vibes. I heard it's really good.
Yes.
And, you know, COVID happens, and you know, hopefully, doubt it, but 2021, cross fingers. Hopefully,
you don't worry. There'll be another Juve, and for those of you, you know, all our, you know, such international people, listeners from all around the world, right? So Juve is a party that was started in like Trinidad and Carnival, and so basically, it's the fetes of all fetes, where you get all the powders, the paint, the water, like the you know, girls with plastic bags on their hair.
Hallelujah.
You know, man's throwing paint on you. Like it's madness, and it is fun. It is really fun.
I just seen like videos, clips, pictures. Like, I'm trying to go.
Yeah. And if you were that type of person that's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get water on me. Oh my gosh, did you just throw powder on me? Stay the fuck home,
because that's gonna happen.
Stay the fuck home.
Better get your bag. You better get, if you're gonna be.
This is not for you.
Yeah.
This is not for you.
Facts.
But if you are a person who likes life and to have a good time, this is for you.
Facts.
Juve, if you can experience a Juve, I highly recommend it. Right? And I was supposed to go to Barbados for crop over this year. And for those of you who don't know what crop over is, it's basically it's Barbados is they're like Caribbean kind of festival, I guess you can say. You know, because it all goes back to like some real like, you know, why the history of festival of carnival, you can look it up, but you know. It goes back to some colonial stuff, so I don't want to get into that.
In the next episode,
right? But yeah, it's and we have ours here in Toronto is Caravana.
Yep.
Right. So
I was looking forward to the Caravana parties because last year I only went to the Caravana, then just went home, but I didn't experience like
the
parties.
And I know as a younger youth, you kind of like to hop the fence and retail. You're not at the stage when you're buying costumes yet, but I'm telling you, it's different when you have a
like
costume.
I was definitely trying to maybe do a
costume thing.
Yeah. You know, that's why I went back to the gym, so I can get the body fit up for the summer. But you know, Jesus, don't mess up everything, you know. But it's okay.
But yeah, I was supposed to go to Barbados for their carnival, and I am looking forward to getting to experience like the crop over, even St. Lucia Carnival, Miami Carnival, all the carnivals. You know, I'm really looking forward to experiencing in Trinidad.
Would
you
go to the one in New York? I know
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Yeah, I'll go to Labor Day. I really want to go to Notting Hill Carnival. That's held in the UK.
In the UK,
United Kingdom. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a little Notting Hill Carnival.
Okay.
Trust me, it's big. Yeah.
That sounds lit.
But I remember you were telling me before, like one thing that you wanted to do was go to like was it like the boat party thing?
Which one?
The boat party thing in like Minneapolis or something.
Sacramento.
Okay, my bad.
Okay, so there's this big beach party in Sacramento.
Yeah.
And it gets crazy.
So like it's like people on the lake and they bring their boats together and
like they bring boats and like it's a big party, like a big beach party, and like I think like they rent out the beach or something. I don't know what goes on, but like you can just go on the beach and it's just a big party and like, it looks like a vibe, looks fun, like. And like
well, you haven't gone on a like Mandem vacation yet or anything like that.
No, but it's coming up soon though. Going to a cottage.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about international, like Cuba.
Oh, Cuba. Oh, no. Not yet.
That's probably within your like 23rd or 22nd, 23rd.
Yeah,
depending on your circle.
Well, depends on the circle. But I think we wanted to do was probably hit up Montreal. We were in the talks, like we were talking about, like Sacramento, maybe Montreal.
Yeah, the road trips.
The road trips.
That's how it usually starts, and then you go international. I remember the Mandem, like we used to go to some Caribbean island or Latin American island every year. We went to Cuba maybe like 8 times, and I remember one time we got so like I guess good at going to Cuba that we brought it like. It ended up being about 60 people with us. Whew. So we booked about, or maybe even more. I think we booked about maybe like 40 something people through us. We got the travel agent. We organized it for everyone. And then those people told some people, so they booked at the hotel. And then by the end of it, there's about maybe 100
oh my God.
or so, like people from Toronto and like at this one resort in Cuba, and it was just
a big thing.
It was just dumb. It was just stupid. Like it was crazy. It was mad fun. There's like a lot of friendships made and memories, and like even some of the people. It was definitely a good time. And
sounds like a huge vibe.
It was a vibe, and we've also always kind of kept up that tradition. But not as much now. Now, of course, when you get older,
like, you start to turn it down.
The man's wife, he's not letting him go nowhere.
Oh, you're going there? Yeah, you're staying home.
No, there's always gonna be one man that has a wifey that lets him go nowhere. Right? You ain't going nowhere with those guys. Are you stupid? Are you dumb?
It happens.
But yeah, this is life. This is part of growing, right? There's what's it called? The foam parties. I remember foam parties that when you're it's sort of like every hotel or every international kind of resort kind of thing always has a foam party.
A foam thing, yeah.
When you go on your first vacation, go to the foam
parties.
You got to go to the foam party.
Keep that noted.
Keep that noted. you got to get your liquor from duty free. This is just a little pro tip right here. So usually when you go down to whatever country, they have the duty free,
like
right?
yeah, like I see, so, like get your
So you got to get
some. They got some exclusives.
They got some exclusives, and they're not going to find it at the hotel.
Exactly.
So you get it even though you're going to an all inclusive where they have liquor. It's always best to buy yourself a local bottle at the bar, right? And if it's something nice, little exclusive thing, that's just in your room for you to just enjoy and whatnot.
Local splurge thing.
Yes, exactly. So that's my little insider pro tip.
Now, I've been knowing that, like, always get a local bottle because there's some like white Hennessy. We don't have that. Like they sell that at Ting, so like
duty free.
So facts.
There is so many things to look forward to when we can finally go back out in the world and experience it, guys.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon.
And I feel bad for y'all who just turned 19 still. I can't lie. Yeah. I'm sorry y'all can't go to clubs or anything, but your time will be coming.
It'll make the experience that much more satisfying.
Exactly. When the clubs will open back.
When you guys can finally go back to shaking and twerking and
shaking it. And fingers in the face.
Right, and all that. I don't want no.
That's great.
But yeah, that is the end of our episode.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Hey. I think that was well deserved. Yeah. And I just want to thank you guys for tuning in again. We're gonna have a next episode next week. Should we tell them? Is that gonna be our thing now, where we tell them what the next episode? Okay, we can tell them this stuff.
Yeah. Video games.
Yes,
sir.
Video games. So all my gamers out there, all my game lovers, games kind of somewhat encompassing, right? Show them the PS2.
Hey, that's a classic. Show them the memory
PS2,
card,
right? Oh, okay. Let me show you. Here,
show
right? Look, Xbox controller. I know this guy's an Xbox man, eh? Oh, so PlayStation versus Xbox. We'll see. Right? So we'll see who's going to be the champion of next week's episode. But yeah, once again, my name is Marvin,
and my name is Malik,
and this is the Broskii Podcast. What did I say? Podcast? The Broskii Podcast.
Yes, sir.
And don't forget to
like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. And
we'll see you guys next time.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.